Hot flashes, brain fog, and a mood that changes faster than the weather? If you feel like your body has been hijacked by menopause, you are not alone. And what if I told you that one of the most powerful tools for managing these hormonal shifts isn't always a prescription, but it's something that you can make in your kitchen in under 5 minutes. Welcome back to Living Lere. Today, we are turning this delicious, decadent tasting pudding into your secret weapon for hormonal balance. I'm going to show you exactly how to make my go-to chocolate chia seed pudding. And more importantly, I'll break down the science of why these tiny little seeds are a game changer for women in perimenopause and menopause. You're going to want to stick around for this one. When my friends get together, it's always an opportunity for me to make something delicious. So that night, I made this most delicious chocolate chia seed pudding. Chia seeds are such a powerhouse of nutrients, and they are absolutely wonderful for hormonal health. Your whole endocrine system, the brain, the thyroid, the pancreas, your adrenals, and of course your sex hormones cannot function without omega-3. And your body doesn't make omega-3. So if you're not putting it in through your mouth and through your food, you're going to be deficient. So they are very, very concentrated in omega-3s. They are a great source of protein. And then fiber. Oh my gosh. Fiber is the solution to permanent weight loss. It's something that I always encourage people. We need more fiber. Those are just 3 reasons why I love chia seeds. I'm so excited because tonight I am going to be fellowshipping and spending quality time with a few of my special friends around my table. What I'm going to be making is a delicious chocolate chia seed pudding. It's not only delicious, this is actually good for your hormones. Bear in mind that it is better if you make it early in the morning to serve that evening, or you can do it the night before. Let's get started and let me show you how. First of all, we're going to add a cup of almond milk or oat milk, whatever you would like. Then I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of raw cocoa powder, or you can just use any cocoa powder or cacao. And then I'm going to add some dark chocolate chips, and this is a very good quality dark chocolate chips. Dark chocolate, especially varieties at about 70% dark chocolate, offer a delicious support to your hormones. Then we're going to add a pinch of pink Himalayan salt, and then a tablespoon of maple syrup. So now I'm just going to stir it through, and I'm going to move over to the stove. All the ingredients are melted, and you can see there's absolutely no more bits of dark chocolate. So now I'm going to add some vanilla extract. Then I'm going to add about 3 tablespoons of chia seeds, and I love chia seeds for hormone health. I'm going to add some yogurt. In this case, I'm using a plant-based yogurt, about 1/4 cup to this mixture. I already whipped up a batch of this yesterday. It sat in the fridge overnight, and just look at that delicious pudding consistency. So let's go ahead and start plating. I can't tell you how delicious this tastes. Oh my gosh. And you don't need a lot, because a little bit goes a long way. It is rich with the dark chocolate in there. Add a little bit more. We're going to then go ahead and put a dollop of delicious cream. You can use whatever cream you would like. And then, if you really want to be decadent and treat yourself, you can just put a few extra cocoa chips or chopped up dark chocolate like that. Then I love to bring berries. Berries and chocolate also always go so well. So I just put a delicious fresh raspberry on each one, and you can add a few. So let's add another one. Let's do 3 on each one. There you go. Nothing is complete unless you add a bit of green. So let's add a little bit of mint from my garden. So delicious. And that's it. And there you go. A wonderful, delicious, sweet treat that is so good for your hormones, good for the soul, good for the mood. And I'm going to go ahead, plate up the rest, and I am hoping that my friends will feast and enjoy these delicious treats I've prepared for them. Today, we are going to be speaking about hormones, and oh my gosh, particularly the perimenopause and the menopausal season of our lives. I don't know about you, if you're a woman watching this, you know, some days you're laughing, the next day you're crying, and with hormones, you just never know what's going to happen. And so I'm here with my wonderful friends, and we are going to be having a delicious dessert tonight that's actually good for our hormones. And I just love gathering around the table and visiting with my friends. For those of you who've walked a long road with me, it really is my passion. It's my heart. That is one of my love gifts, or love languages, is quality time with special friends. So girls, you know I like to, I know we can speak to each other about this. So how are those hormones doing?
They're doing. They're there. I don't know why other women didn't tell me that it's a journey. It's not just a 1 year or a few months. Mm-hmm. It's a journey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I find myself knocking on menopause's door. So probably in the next month, I'll be entering into that season of life. And I mean, you know, I shared with some of you that I really went through a rough time with my hormones. And it really hit me. It hit my psyche, you know. And I think it happened a few years ago with the big thing we had personally going on. And the two, it was just the perfect storm.
Yeah.
But I can honestly say, you know, after all these years that I've taught about hormones, I don't know about, you know, when you teach something and suddenly you go through it yourself, it's suddenly you get a different perspective, you know. But yeah, I think just walking a road and learning how my body works, and it's been amazing to see what works and what doesn't and what I respond to. But yeah, I think it's also been a season where I've learned to be kinder to myself.
Yeah.
And I think that's so important for all of us as women, because I think we're all almost at that empty nester stage or going into it. And we've run so hard, you know.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I share with every woman I meet now, if the conversation goes in that direction, is take the season to be kind to yourself, to be good to yourself, make time for yourself, spoil yourself, you know. And I think that's been a tremendous, I mean, there are a lot of puzzle pieces that have been part of my healing, because I'm really at a place where I'm feeling good again.
Yay.
It's like I really feel like the old Lere again. But yeah, I had to do a lot of tweaks. I don't know if you had to find that just in your, you know, as you found your hormones go whoop whoop. I think we all have to make those changes or adaptations, and it's different for us all, you know.
It does help to have other women. It doesn't feel as taboo now to speak of that, and just have other women to talk through things with. And because the first time, actually, I was at your Bible's video, I thought I had the flu. I was like, why am I all of a sudden so hot? And then, of course, it went away after a little bit. If I start getting a little, I don't know, you start getting sweaty and all that, but it just, once you know what's going on, you know it won't last a long time, but those first few times.
Yeah.
And if I didn't have other women to talk
too.
Yeah.
Should I go to the hospital or what?
Right. No, but it's important to speak of it.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong. It's natural.
You know, raising kids, we ran so hard.
Yeah.
We didn't take care of ourselves because God forbid you take one morning to stay in your pajamas or your jammies to take time for you,
Yeah.
you know, and I just think I think it's so wrong,
Yeah.
you know, I don't know. That's just
I feel
how
like
I feel.
I can remember, you know, when my kids were younger and, you know, older women saying that to me, and you have to take time for yourself and you have to take care of yourself. And I remember thinking, well, that makes sense, but I mean, how do you even do that? You know, and I think it was like intellectually I agree with that, but I don't even know how to do that. And so I think that is one of the blessings about getting older, because, you know, you just have a little bit of time returned to you.
That's right.
And I have found the same, you know, I connected with what you said about just, you know, just being more aware and having more awareness of how I feel, you know, physically or emotionally or anything else. And it feels good to actually know, you know, I'm taking care of myself.
That's right.
And I know, you know, I'm a little farther along than you are, and I've had lots of conversations with you kind of about, hey, this is what I'm experiencing, and, you know, you've been able to tell me things about what goes on in the, you know, physically, you know, so that's been really helpful because, you know, it's not like there's just sort of one place to go to get the information you need, you know.
Oh, absolutely.
So, yeah, I think women, like you said, really have to have these conversations. So,
And I don't know if you find this, but when I speak to women from across the globe, everyone is saying that they go to their OBGYN and not one OBGYN has looked at them and said, honey, how are you doing?
yeah.
You know, did you realize that your whole life you've raised kids? Your whole life you've run like a wild horse? Maybe it's time to start taking care of you.
Yeah.
And you know, not to ram the medical industry, and it's not all doctors are like that. But I just feel when you go in, and I've that personal experience, they offer you medication
Right.
or medication.
Right. Yeah. Those are your options.
Those are your options. And I personally feel that the medical profession should start listening to their patients, because we are so much more than, you know, just someone worthy to be popped a pill to.
Yeah.
And so at the end of the day, I don't know, Tara, I mean, have you used anything for your hot flashes or?
Yes, so a game changer for me that you actually told me about is the Renewed Balance Cream.
Oh yeah.
That has really helped me through. I'm in, I would say, perimenopause right now, and but the hot flashes are coming back now, like in clusters, short, and that heat that you feel that just starts within, and you just can't explain it to anyone else who's never felt that. But the Renewed Balance Cream has helped me a great deal, and a mega, which is flaxseed, all those essential fatty acids that our endocrine system needs, and allows the hormones to talk throughout our bodies and send messages. That's really helped me. And you
Oh,
also
that's
have
awesome.
given me some foods. You want to share with the other
Oh,
ladies
yeah.
some information that you've given me that
I
are
mean, a
just-
big thing for me, like I mentioned when we had dinner the other time, up at my house, my gut,
Yeah.
because your you know, inside our guts we have your probiotics, which is your good gut bacteria, and they regulate so many systems in our body. But that for me was, I really had to actually, I found that when I increased my probiotics, because your body changes, your gut changes, and I really added more fiber. I thought I was having enough fiber, but I stepped up my fiber, and increase my probiotics, it was a game changer for me.
So
And-
that was really a breakthrough for you?
Yes,
Yeah.
but you know where? My brain.
Yeah.
Because I mean, so much research is coming out, and it has for years, the whole gut-brain axis, and how it is. I mean, your gut, you know, your brain is only as vibrant and healthy as what your gut
Yeah.
is. But you know, there's never one thing. So I just wanted to share. This is what life is about. It's about getting together, making time for each other in our busy lives, taking time out of our busy schedules to sit and enjoy a delicious dessert or a delicious meal and share our hearts with one another. And you know, folks, at the end of the day, this is what makes life worth living. This is what it's all about. And that is what Living Lere is all about. So until next time, I look forward to seeing you. Take care and God bless.
All right.
That was good.
Yay!